guys, it's Kirby. Welcome to my channel. So it is no secret that my hair needs to be re-dyed and it definitely needs some TLC. However, I'm going to be going with a pink and orange kind of theme for the summer, so I need to try and remove as much of this purple and teal color as I can. So in this video today, we are going to be first impressioning and reviewing the Behind the Zone Radical Color Remover to see if it can remove as much of this purple as possible. If you are interested to see how this Radical Color Remover works, then please keep watching. Okay guys, so for the continuation of my Money Saving May series for May, I am kind of leaning into the doing your hair at home, which is always very frightening to a lot of people. And I can understand why, especially if you have to bleach and you have to use peroxide and all of these chemicals and you really don't know how they work. However, doing your hair at home is like so much less expensive than going to the salon, and I understand. I went to cosmetology school and I'm in the process of getting my license because the hours never expire and I had never previously gotten it. So I definitely understand how a lot of the chemicals and the products work with each other. However, I went to cosmetology school like 10 years ago, and there have been new products and new developments and new processes that you can do to actually create the look that you want. I mean, even if you understand the base of the idea of chemicals and how they're reacting, the process and the products that you're using are always evolving and they're always changing, and this is good for your hair and this is bad for your hair and this is bad for your hair and this is good for your hair. So it's just always kind of revolving, and I know a lot of people take the chance of doing it at home. And so since I have a fantasy hair color, my hair is usually like a purple or a pinky, I figured that I would just review and go over kind of how I do some of these processes at home, because I know that a lot of other people try to do it at home as well. Even if you go to the salon to get your hair bleached, sometimes you want to do the fantasy color at home, and in that case you don't always want to go to the salon to get it changed. So we're going to try out this Behind the Zone Radical Color Remover. I have read lots of good reviews. So I got 3 packets because my hair is pretty long. And then I also have a 20 volume developer. This one is from Ion Sensitive Scalp Color Brilliance. So you can also use water with this. The directions say for greater lift, mix 2 ounces of developer. For lighter lifting, mix 2 ounces of water in a bowl until paste is formed. Apply to hair with a brush. So what I have are my bowl, my brushes, I have a comb to help get the product through my hair, and then I also have some clips for sectioning. And what we're going to do is we're just going to section the hair really quickly, and I'm just going to do a 4-part section. Okay, and a little bit of backstory while I'm sectioning my hair off. So previous to doing the teal and purple color that I recently did, I usually just bleached really chunky highlights into my hair, and then I would do a purple color all over, and then I would just re-highlight my hair and re-highlight my hair and re-highlight my hair. Recently, I actually bleached my head all over, and now I have roots, and I want to change the color from a purple to like an orange pink for the summer. And so what I was originally going to do is just re-bleach my whole head to get as much of the purple out as possible, but then I was thinking, that's going to be really, really damaging to my hair. It might burn off. So I was looking into different alternatives, and I was watching Guy Tang's channel, and I saw his video on changing this girl from green to like a galaxy purple pink color. So I will link that video in the description box below, but in his video, he re-bleached the roots, but then he ended up using a color remover, and there's a whole bunch of interesting information about how color removers actually shrink color molecules and then peroxide, reactivating them. So if you're looking for more scientific and more in-depth knowledge about color removers and peroxides and bleaches and things like that, definitely go check out his channel. But long story longer, essentially he showed me that I could probably use a color remover first, and then I can bleach my roots and bleach whichever dark spots in my hair that I really needed to get a more even tone. So that's what we're doing. So I went to Sally's. I got all of this stuff at Sally's. This is not a sponsored video. That's just where I can purchase all of these things for, you know, kind of cheap. This was, I think, $3.99 per packet. I got 3 of them, so what? That's $4, $8, $12 for 3 of the packets. And we're just gonna try it out. I've been looking for a good color remover, and this isn't bleach, but as it said on the packet, it does have a little bit of a lift to it. So if you're not looking to, like, use peroxide, or if you're not looking for a lifting agent on your hair, you might want to go with a natural route, and or they have other products that can be mixed with water and they aren't lifting. It's kind of a whole big thing. But this Behind the Zone Radical Color Remover, this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a grayish powder. It doesn't have much of a scent to it, if at all. And I'm just opening up the packets, dumping all 3 of the packets into the bowl. Okay, I've added some gloves just so that I don't chemically burn my hands as I'm mixing and as I'm doing all of this. This is the first time I've used this ion sensitive scalp. It smells delicious. Oh my gosh, it smells like conditioner. So what we're gonna do, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. The packet says to mix 2 ounces of developer with each packet. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it until I get like a pasty substance. So, because I don't really have a measuring cup or whatever that's going to give me a really accurate, what am I trying to say, measurement. So I'm just gonna mix this until it gets kind of pasty, and if I have to add more developer, I can add more developer, although I think I got it right on the first try. Make sure you're really breaking up the powder as you go. You don't really want it to be clumpy, you want it to be pasty, and you want it to be as smooth as possible. I don't know if this is even going to be enough for my hair. We'll just have to see. We'll use it sparingly. The packet also says to use the foil method so that you don't burn your skin or anything. I probably should have a towel on, however, I don't have any clean towels, so such is life on that one. Yeah, alright. So I have a paste right here. It looks good and thick. It looks pretty pasty to me. I'm happy with the consistency of that. It really just smells like this ion developer, which smells delicious. It has a refreshing fragrance. Yes, you do, ion. And then pretty much all we're going to do is, I should probably work from the back forward, is we're going to take sections and we're just going to apply the color remover. And what I've read, what I've researched is whenever you're applying any type of color remover, whether you're trying to remove a permanent color and or semi-permanent or direct dye, is that you really want to just keep it on the area that has the dye itself. Don't go up to the new growth or your roots or anything, because again, we're going to be bleaching over those. So I'm just going to try and keep it as much as I can on the places that I dyed before, and not really put it up to my roots. I'm combing it through just so that the product gets through evenly. It did not say to do that, but I've noticed that with my hair, if I don't comb through, then the product, whether it's direct dye, bleach, this, it doesn't ever get through my hair quite as evenly as I would like it to. Sorry to all the professional hairdressers out there. It is going to get a little messier than it would in a salon. Sorry, not sorry. The trials and tribulations of dyeing your hair at home. And so what I'm hoping to achieve by adding this color remover to my hair is that it's going to take out all of this purple, and it's going to take it back to the original either bleached color and or hot pink color that it was before I put the purple in my hair. Because I need to get it as light as possible before I put this pink and orange on, because since they're a lighter color, I don't want the purple to show through or mix and it kind of muddy it up. I probably would also suggest you having a second person to help you with the back, just so that you can actually get a more accurate application. However, my husband is not home right now, so and then you just repeat the process for all 4 sections. Alright, and once your sections are done, I do notice that I have some uneven coating on a couple of the other sections. So with whatever product I have left, I'm actually just going to take a whole big bunch of it, and I'm just going to make sure that all of my sections are thoroughly coated, just so I get a nice even lift of the color, because I don't want to be the cause of my own patchiness, if that makes sense. And then essentially what the packet says is that there is a minimum 15-minute process time, but do not go over 45. So what I think I'm going to do is sit under my hood dryer for 15 just to add some heat to see if I could get maybe even a little bit of a better lift on some of this color. And then I'm going to let it sit for another 15, and then it says to shampoo it twice. So I'm going to spare you the gory details of seeing me shampoo my hair or hop in the shower. So I will be back in about a half an hour, real time, not video time, to let this sit and process, and then we will see the finished results to see how much of this pinky purpley color it has lifted. So we will be back. Alright guys, and we are back. I have let the Beyond the Zone color remover process, and I washed my hair twice as it has recommended, and I let it just air dry, so this is not styled or anything, but look at how well it lifted. So there is a pretty stark, really dark pink, almost purpley line right here. One, that's because I was doing it myself and it's really hard to see kind of back towards the back of my head. And 2, when I initially bleached my hair, I did a really poor job of bleaching my hair. So right around here, which would have been the initial root area, you're going to see a lot of spotting and a lot not so great coloration, if you will. But actually, believe it or not, the lift that the Beyond the Zone color remover has, it actually evened out, so it actually looks a lot better than I thought. But my ends are back to their bleach blonde, which is really, really great. I'll actually probably end up cutting probably an inch or 2 off just to keep my hair healthy. I do all of my cutting and coloring at home. However, I'm really pleased with how this color remover came out. Now again, I used the Beyond the Zone Radical Color Remover, and I used a 20 volume developer, so it will lift a little bit of the color off of your hair. It does say that you can use it with water, so I don't really know how effective it is with water. If you are using this at home and you are trying to go from an extreme color, like if you're trying to go from a blue-green base to like a red, yellow base, then I would definitely try and use a color remover first before you just try and bleach and bleach and bleach your hair, because 1, you could burn it off. I mean, you could probably have technically burned your hair off with this too, but it lifted really, really well. I was very surprised, you know, like all of those blue, purpley hues came out really, really nicely, and it's really ready for the pink and orange. Now, to me, for me and my needs, I know that I'm going to be doing purple into pink into orange. So this is enough lift for me to continue to do my process. If you are doing another hair color, or you need to know the intensity of the hair color you're doing to know if the direct dye that you're using is going to be able to cover what bleached areas, but I know that this will be just fine for the colors that I'm doing in the future. There might be a little spots, it might not be as even as I would have liked. However, I don't think that moving forward it's really going to be that big of an issue, because the color that I use, Iro or IRO, I don't really know how you pronounce it, is very pigmented, like unbelievably pigmented. So I don't really think I'm going to have an issue moving forward with this, but I am extremely happy with the results. This is $3.99 per pack. What I will say is that I initially bought 3 packs thinking that that was going to be enough, 3 or 4 packs, thinking that like the 6 to 8 ounces of product that I would have after I mixed these would be enough. Not true. I have like medium to longish hair, like if I go back. So my hair comes down past my shoulders, kind of right to my chest. And I only did from here down to, you know, the end, so really not like my whole head, but a good decent bit of like the hair shaft. You need like double to triple what you think you're going to need. I actually had my husband go out and buy 2 more packets because I didn't have enough for one of the sections. So definitely if you think like you have shorter hair and you only need like 2 packets, pick up 4. If you have longer hair and you think 4 packets is going to be enough, pick up 8 or 6, because honestly, like, you're going to need more than you think to cover your hair, because the formula itself, it says like create a paste. It was very paste-like, it was very cementy, it was not creamy, and so it was hard to get all over the hair and apply a really nice even layer without using a lot of product. So $3.99 per pack, but you need, for at least my hair length, I needed like 6 to 8 of these just to make you aware of how much you're going to need. Don't think that you can have like my length hair, pick one of these up and be like, oh, I'll be good. That's not how that's gonna work. It also depends on how much color you're trying to remove. Like, granted, I understand I was trying to remove like the majority of my hair, so just keep in mind, like, be mindful going into Sally's how much you're going to need. However, I am not disappointed at all. I did not use foil. I did place a plastic cap on top of my head, and I processed under a hood dryer for 15 minutes, let it sit for 15 minutes, then shampooed twice, and this was the product that I got, which this cotton candy pink, like pinky blondie orangey color, is what it was before I put the purple and teal on top of it. So I am very happy with the results, like ecstatic beyond all belief that this actually worked and I wasn't going to have to like re-bleach and basically burn off all of my hair. Also, my hair doesn't feel unbelievably dry or anything. I know I read a lot of reviews that they were saying like their hair felt crispy and dry, and I mean, it feels like I dyed it, like it feels like I put something in it, but it doesn't feel dry or anything. I used conditioner, so like, I don't know, my hair doesn't feel any more or less dry or more or less damaged than it did prior. But I'm very happy with the results. Now all I'm going to do is bleach my roots, cut my ends, recolor my hair. That's all for a different time. All of the products that I used in this video or for the color removing process will be linked in the description box below. If you found this video helpful, or if you found this review to be helpful, please give it a big old thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comment section below. What are some of your tips and tricks for removing fantasy hair dyes or direct dyes out of your hair to change colors? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. As always, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss out on any more reviews or tutorials. Thanks so much for watching, guys.